My burger looks like it was made from a dyslexic silverback gorilla with Parkinson's. Somebody actually wrote that for the review. And today, we're going to be testing out some of the worst rated fast food restaurants in my city. The rules are I have to personally go to the establishment, order my food there, eat everything they serve me, and I have to leave an honest review based on my experience. Let's start this journey off with Mr. Beast Burger, which I couldn't even find at first. So right now, I am currently where it shows that it says that it's Mr. Beast Burgers on the Google Maps. However, it is not here. All that I can see here is this place called Reef Technologies. Okay, so I do see an entrance here, and it looks like it's the entrance. It's only for pickup. So I opened the door, and what I saw completely shocked me. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. The entire place is empty. So I'm guessing this place was totally abandoned. It had its lights on, but not a single soul was in sight. Going around checking out the countertop, I saw the Mr. Beast sticker, which truly meant that this used to be Mr. Beast Burger. There was a bunch of unopened mail and a QR code which I decided to scan in hopes that it would lead me to something. Unfortunately, there was nothing on the website. So that was very disappointing. I was actually quite excited about some of these reviews. You can see there's a photo of this place when it was actually in service. Wait, okay, so they have a different location. The other location was just 15 minutes worth of bus driving, and I had to order it on the app. So with my order placed, I went straight to it because I needed to get my hand on one of these Beast Burgers. There's a sign that says Riz. Okay. And finally, we got the Mr. Beast Burger. Alrighty, after around 2 hours of me searching for this, we finally have the Mr. Beast Burger. I think they just opened it over there because the most recent review for that Mr. Beast Burger on the other side of town has been 3 weeks ago. Some of the reviews in the other Mr. Beast restaurant, I had to wait for my order and my food came out cold. The fries were awful and tasted like they were a day old. The chicken was raw. Okay, very interesting. So as you can see, we got 2 boxes of Mr. Beast and a Coke. Okay, so on first glance, this doesn't seem too appetizing. Everything looks totally like mushed out and destroyed. It is hot though, I'll give it that. It's not cold. Oh damn, it's hella greasy. Like look at the bottom of this. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's so greasy. Like, oh my god, by hands. Oh my god, it's so salty. It's not raw, is it? I don't know guys, does that look raw to you? Aside from like sodium, I can't smell anything. And like the grease on this, do you guys see this? That burger really is just that bad. Let's try the fries. The fries look okay, I think. Very bland and very dry. There's no crunch to this fry whatsoever. So disappointed. These fries are fucking horrible. They're so bland, unsalted, absolutely disgusting. The only redeeming quality of this meal is this Coke. This Coke is pretty good. Okay, I'm done. Oh my fucking lord. The burger was actually low-key disgusting. It was way too greasy. Patties were way too salted. All I tasted was the sauce, which was ketchup and mustard and salt. The fries were stale as fuck. They didn't taste that good. And accompanied by the fact that I had to go from the other side of town to here. Very disappointing experience. I give it a 2 stars out of 5. Whatever, let's go to the next location. I packed up everything and headed off to the next location, which was Boston Pizza. So we are at Boston Pizza. Some of these reviews are very interesting. They say that the food is microwaved crap. Restaurant is a mess, stinky place that needs renovation and a good cleaning. Their table was also very dirty and stinky. After the meal was dropped off, it was the last time they saw any table service until completion. Guess the place needs some staff training and a good renovation. Let's go check it out. So I nonchalantly made my way in and was quickly seated by a waiter. So just by looking at the overall atmosphere, nothing was actually as bad as they described. Do you guys have any like pizza that you could recommend?
I really like the bourbon chicken.
Get a bourbon chicken with the eye. What is the eye? Yeah, the individual one.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Anything to drink?
Just water, please.
Water?
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Wasn't too bad. The service is pretty quick. Person took around like what? Less than 5 minutes to come to me. I don't know what they were talking about when they said that the place was dirty, but you know. So when you're waiting for the waiter, do you become the waiter? Anyways, I awaited my food and it definitely took a while. I don't know what this meant exactly, but I'm pretty sure that means that my food wasn't being microwaved. And eventually, I got my meal. This is rather a little bit small from what I expected, but I guess, you know, individual portions, I don't have that much expectations. Oh yes, the melted cheese. Okay, so the cheese bits were pretty good. I'm not entirely sure what's on this. Should have checked beforehand, but whatever. Really good actually. So general rundown, barbecue sauce, bacon bits, chicken slices, and cheese. I'm pretty sure that's all they have. So my biggest complaint is that look at the size of this crust. They could definitely put more sauce and stuff on this crust to make it a little bit less, but you know.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. There you go, table service after I got the food. This is tiny, oh my god. Sauce is hella creamy to the point that it's kind of overwhelming. Because I made a promise to you guys, finishing all the food. Even these bits that I normally don't eat, I'm gonna have to eat. Oh, they're hard to get down, they're so like dry. Alright, last piece. So I saved the biggest piece for last. As I was eating the last piece, I saw something that really caught my eye. It was a fly, and this fly was really strange. I'm gonna have to deduct some points off of this. What is going on here? So right now, what's going through my mind is to get the fly away from me as soon as possible. So I grabbed the coaster, banged on the table, and it's not budging. He's not moving. He literally just died on my coaster. What the fuck? Oh yeah, there's a fly on the coaster.
Just on the coaster?
He's not moving. Yeah, so
that's weird.
That is really weird. Oh, can I get the bill? The bill, please? Yeah, thanks. So after I got the bill, the waiter gave me 2 pieces of mint to help me freshen up my breath, which was really nice of him. And then I made my way out for the review. Alright, so let's give this place a review. First of all, the food was definitely not microwave garbage. However, the portion was a little bit small. The bun to topping ratio wasn't the greatest. Secondly, their service was not too bad. Maybe an outlier because they saw me with a camera or something, so they were more welcoming than normal, but definitely couldn't say much about that. And the cleanliness, I don't know, that fly, I think he was just there to ruin my day. That was kind of nasty. So overall, I think I'm gonna give this a 3.5 stars out of 5. Next location, the worst reviewed subway. So we are currently at one of the worst subways we have here in our city. It's rated 1.4 stars, which is actually kind of crazy. There is this review of a person with a middle finger and that says suck it. I went there the other day because I need to use the washroom, and I saw a rat on the toilet seat. Holy smokes, this lady gave me a hard time for using my debit card because it would cost her a fee. Very interesting, let's go check it out. So I made my way in, and the first thing I saw was that the washroom was out of order. I'm gonna have to find a way in. Hi, can I get the 6-inch steak and bacon? Just the white Italian? Oh yeah, sure. And from the get-go, the employee was nice as can be. Also, these toppings looked very delectable. Some lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and onion. And how I got into the washroom, I just asked, and the employee let me in. And just looking around, I didn't see any rats, so it passes the cleanness test. I got my sandwich, and it was ready to go. Alright, let's try this out. So I'm gonna be honest, the sandwich looks really good, and its taste definitely reflected its appearance. The only complaint I had for the sandwich was that the bun wasn't really toasted. It was still cold to the touch. But the lettuce, tomato, all the veggies were fresh. The bacon and steak were really delicious, and I really enjoyed the sandwich. And just to let you guys know, I accidentally clicked on the setting for slow motion. So for a bit, I lost all the audio and the video is not going to be in 4K, which is why I'm voiceovering this review portion, just to let you guys know. So to give it a review, obviously the sandwich was really good. I have no major complaints other than the fact that the bread was a little cold, the topping was really fresh, the service was friendly, and most importantly, no Mr. Rat in the bathroom. So in total, I'm going to give this a 4 stars out of 5. Next up, we have the worst rated A&W. So they got some really interesting reviews for this A&W right here. Sandwich looked like somebody bit in it. Lady preparing the burger was using her bare hands to touch the food. It was the slowest A&W ever. Okay, we're gonna time this. So I walked in and made my order. I started the timer and watched the person make my food without wearing a glove. But the food was done in less than 2 minutes, so saying service was slow was definitely not it. I got a buddy burger with cheese, which didn't look appetizing, but this drink is where A&W shines the most. It's the frozen cup root beer, and this giant cup is frozen just to keep your root beer cold. Now even though the burger didn't look appetizing, it tasted fantastic. The ketchup and mustard were all evenly distributed, the beef patty was super flavorful, and everything else was spot on. Now the best thing about the drink is that if you let it sit for a while, slush builds up on the top. But soon I was done with my meal and it was time for a review. Okay, let's do a review on the place. I really appreciate the person bringing the tray to me. Usually in these fast food restaurants, they don't give a shit. Like, they just put it out and call your name and be done with it. However, she wasn't actually using gloves to handle the food. She was using her bare hands. Hopefully it was washed. Lastly, it took literally 2 minutes for her to complete my order. Granted, there was nobody at the store there. I think I'm gonna give this a 4 stars out of 5. And finally, our last stop. Alright, so the next place is called Goldilocks, and it's got some very interesting reviews. I brought my daughter some food there. She bit into it and said it tasted weird. It was actually moldy. What the flying F is wrong with this place? Service here was terrible. These women do not like their jobs or serving people. Well, I'm excited. Let's go check it out. So, walking into Goldilocks, I was greeted with an impressive display of desserts. Apparently, this was a fast food chain that originated from the Philippines, which I have never been to. What is this? Oh yeah, this and a skewer. And the service rate definitely wasn't fast, even though I was the only person there. I ordered a skewer and a noodle dish, and the skewer was so greasy. It was grilled chicken covered with some sort of teriyaki sauce. But not gonna lie, the chicken was a little bit bland, so I would definitely not recommend it to anyone else. Then is this dish that I've never eaten before called palabok, which is basically Filipino noodles with whatever meat that's inside here. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, this looks kinda gross. Anyways, let's have a taste. I don't know what that smell is. That's so strange. It tastes exactly like zonzi. Like, I don't know if you guys have had the Chinese dish called zonzi. It tastes exactly like that and smells like that too. Don't get me lying, it's pretty unique, but definitely not my cup of tea. You know, I'll probably never order this ever again. The noodle has a really gelatin-like texture. The beef, I don't know, it's normal ground beef. Nothing special about that. There's not anything striking about this dish. There's not any exaggerated flavors. So after forcing myself to scoff down that last bit of the noodle, it was time for a final review. So we just got done with the place and let's give it a quick review. First of all, the food was meh. The skewers were alright, but not seasoned well enough to be very tasty. The rice noodles were... I didn't really enjoy them. It wasn't moldy, so that's a plus. The person at the front wasn't very enthusiastic, but you can't really blame her. If I were her, I'd be really bored as well too. So I give it a 3 stars out of 5. So for final thoughts, I guess the moral of the story is not everything should be viewed by its momentary values, as anything has the potential to change.